Alrighty. Final round, season 4. It doesn't all come down to this because we locked up the championship a little while ago, but it all comes down to this. Abu Dhabi at Yas Marina Circuit. Don't think there's even really a whole lot going on. Our side pod research completed. Let's go ahead and start another one. Chassis is already going, so we'll do another side pod. We'll dump the rest of the ATR that we have. We'll focus on all of these, of course. Trying to get these as high as possible. It's about 200k. We can go ahead and do another baby research while we're here. I suppose we can do an underfloor for basically for free. Never mind, it won't reach the completion date. We won't be doing a cheeky research. We will continue ahead. It looks like that is pretty much all we can do. Not a whole lot really going on, it would seem. Doing the same thing for these. Qualifying position, 2 in the top 8. Should be pretty clean finish. We'll do 2 in the top 8 as well. And can't do either of those. That's the only one left. So really quick turnaround. We have $38 million in the bank, but we're saving that going forward. We head now to Abu Dhabi, the final round of season 4. Let's go. All right, focus up. Mick, are you gonna get a clean lap? Signs might ruin it for you, but you should catch him on the straight, which you will, so it's fine. Pierre should catch him on the straight. Perfect. Don't get stuck behind Leclerc. All right, good. Everybody gets a clean lap. Everybody's flying. Love to see it. We are now going to keep an eye on Pierre while we keep an eye on Mick. Enter the pit lane, please. All right, everybody is out. Mick and Pierre should get a nice clean lap. We're going to probably be a little smarter about who we send with the tow this year in Q3, but I mean, both of these should be more than fast enough to get through. Should be more than fast enough to get through to Q3. Yep, we are through to Q3. Mick ends up P6 and Pierre comes across the line P4, but I think that's because, you know, we weren't getting a tow from anyone else. We were in our own clean air, and what more can you expect? We ran into the same issue at Monza, where we prioritize clean air over a tow. I think we're gonna try and not make that mistake this time. Here we go. We're gonna try and give Pierre a tow with Joe if we can. Mick, we try to get close to Verstappen, but it didn't really work out that way. We'll see how it goes. But all right, Pierre, the final lap of season 4 of your championship winning season in F1. Where are you gonna put it on your final qualifying lap? Both drivers improve their first sector DRS opening, following around the Alfa Romeo of Zhou Guan Yu. Can Pierre put it on the front row? Mick improves second sector, green for him. Pierre goes purple middle sector. It's all going to come down to this, the final sector. Oh, a crash in the final corner is going to slow everyone. Oh, it's going to slow everyone down. Oh, a potential pole position ruined. Who was that? Valtteri Bottas should be banned from Formula 1 for that. Pierre was about to put it on pole position in the final round of the season, and Bottas can't even keep it on the circuit. Is that what we're doing here? Really? Ugh. And he's not even going to start last. What a horrific turn of events. Pierre was about to put in a final sector of his life, and Valtteri just goes straight at a right-hander. Could be overtake. All right. Final race of 2025 season 4 at the helm of the Haas F1 team. We head to Abu Dhabi. 2 stop for both drivers, but we are going to be actually, does this get faster if we do this technically, like a little bit? We're gonna box a lap sooner. Why not? But it is a soft, hard, medium for Mick, and then a medium, hard, medium for Pierre. Maximum fuel in the car. We're gonna make stuff happen off rip. Mick starting P7, Pierre starting P3. Let's get it, the final race of 2025.
It looks like clear skies tonight with the drivers.
I would hope so. We are literally in Abu Dhabi. I don't know how rainy it gets in Abu Dhabi, but the final race of the season to 5 red lights.
And it's lights out and away we go.
Here we go, everyone angled towards that first corner. Here maintains P3, Mick maintains P7. Trying to see if we can make something happen going down this main straight. Tire check. A good mix of soft and medium runners, actually. Gonna make things a little interesting. Mick dives down the inside. Can he make it stick? Around the outside of George Russell, back to the inside, and he moves up one position. Attaboy. Mick. Pierre trying to break into the ranks of the Red Bulls, and he does. He overtakes Charles Leclerc right now in second place behind Max Verstappen as we come home to finish the first lap of 58. Here in Abu Dhabi, we're going to drop Pierre back down, drop him down on fuel as well as for Mick, and we are going to wait until DRS is enabled on the next lap before we really try and make something happen here. Leclerc, Magnussen, and Russell all on used soft tires, and their tires are likely going to fall off much faster than Mick's, so we're hoping that Mick will be able to use that in the long run. Pierre and Verstappen probably on the same strategy unless they're doing the one stop, both starting on the mediums. But here we go, DRS enabled here at Yas Marina. Going to be the great equalizer here at Abu Dhabi. Oh, what a season it's been, man. What a season it's been. And it's all coming down to this 58 laps around Yas Marina. It doesn't even look like Verstappen's really going to put up much of a fight. He does give us a little wiggle. Going to force us to try and go the long way around the outside. We're going to go side by side. He's going to get DRS, and he will retake the lead going into this corner. We do hold off Leclerc beautifully. He is right on us. Hopefully Pierre remains focused, pushing forward rather than looking back. We don't want to let Max slip away. Leclerc, I think I saw, was on soft. Leclerc is on the soft tires. Kind of having his race a little ruined just based on the tires around him. Mick, we would like to be moving up past Sainz. It looks like he's more worried about George Russell behind over passing Sainz ahead. I'd love to see Mick just move a little bit more to the inside here and send one down the inside. If we can get by the medium runners and kind of group up with the other soft runners ahead, at least then we'll be making up spots when we really need to be. But unless not to be on this one, we will continue pushing on the fuel. We'll have plenty of time on the back end to make that up. We're gonna put it back into overtake. We're gonna see if we can get a good run. Mick refusing to just drive around the Ferrari. Mick continuing to refuse to just drive around the Ferrari. Come on, Mick, let's make a move here. Let's make a move. I'm not wasting all this fuel for you just to not make a move. Getting stuck behind a Ferrari. Where have I seen this before? Oh my god. I hate that animation so much. I do. I hate it so much. All right, we are now past the Ferrari. Pierre passes Verstappen to take the lead and make up into P5, grouped up with 2 more soft tire runners. Love to see it. I mean, we are in a DRS train all the way up to Pierre, so not a whole lot going on really. We kind of we'll put the camera in the middle. Crash. We're talking safety car, or Van Dorn in the last race of the season can't go out.
Sounds like there's been a crash.
Joe crashing. What happened to Van Dorn? He get damaged or something? Never mind. No safety car. We are on board with Leclerc, technically. Woo! Leclerc gonna make a dive. He does. He tries. Now he's battling Verstappen. Interesting infighting. Uh-oh, he's gonna get by Pierre here. As long as we don't let Verstappen through as well, we're okay with that. We'll drop back down and put the camera on Max, kind of keep it central to this fight. That was what a move by Leclerc there, by the way. Wow, what a lunge to the right side by Leclerc. The top 7 seem to be in a world of their own, as Perez is about 4 seconds behind, with both Alpines, Lando, and not even Esteban Ocon. So Pierre retakes the lead.
Sounds like someone's gone wide there.
Maloney running wide. Joe pits, likely with damage,
It's a new race position for
if I had to
Haas.
guess. A little bit of separation going on right now. Mixed tires are surviving a lot more than everyone else's. Hoping that we can keep it that way. Thankfully, Pierre's also been able to save a little bit of fuel, getting back in the green. Make about a 1/4 of a kilogram down. But now on the back of his old former teammate, Kevin Magnussen. Kevin Magnussen obviously left the team, or was replaced by Pierre Gasly in the end of season 2 before season 3. Mick, in what is likely might be his final race at Haas for now finds himself on the gearbox of his former teammate. How will the German respond? It looks like Pierre's been able to put up a bit of a gap, about a ½ second. Leclerc's tires probably proving to be a bit formidable. Now at 53%. There does make the move. Mick tried to get his nose in on Kevin Magnussen, but no dice as of right now. We're going to be watching tires very closely, as I think that's going to be the key indicator here of when we can get Mick to make this move. Realistically, we might be able to get him to make it off here. We're going to get a big harvest, see if we can get a good exit, use overtake, or not, just relax. Oh, everybody's fighting. Dump that energy.
Haas with an overtake there.
Getting by Kevin Magnussen, he hopes. No, he does not. Overtake. Oh, Kevin Magnussen! Huge mistake, Kevin Magnussen. Goodbye, sir. I see now
Someone's locked up.
that we have kept the correct Haas driver. Goodbye, sir. Mick now makes the elite move of getting up into P4, thanks to a huge mistake from Kevin Magnussen. Likely the tires starting to go off a little too much. That seems to be why Leclerc is now dropped down to P3, joining
Gained a place.
Mick. We're about to enter the pit window of the soft tire runners, in which we should probably try and use these tires to our advantage as long as possible. I'm gonna see if I can harvest through sector 1 here. Try and rebuild some ERS with Mick before the pit stop and see if we can make a move pass Leclerc and try and, you know, gain a little bit of that advantage back, because we know Leclerc's only going to open it up a little bit longer with the pit stop of Red Bull versus the pit stop of Haas. As we know, the Haas pit stops are terrible. So we're going to try and see if we can use DRS to kind of drag ourselves along, waiting for his tires to also continue to drop off. Now 42%, likely boxing in a couple of laps time, but we're going to try and use our tires to our advantage as of right now. One lap of harvest completed. The only thing this has probably done is allowed Sainz Russell to continue to hold on to us here. All right, we'll bump him back to neutral. Now that we're back about to 60%, we'll get up to about 71% coming off of that. Leclerc goes a little wide on the chicane for reasons. Does not get DRS, but does get the inside line. It's actually a beautiful thing if we can manage to get by him. I make box this lap for Harns, please. Yup. Alright, now dump your ERS. And let's make a move. We need to gain probably, I mean, literally just as much time as we can. Beautiful. And Leclerc boxes. We'll watch Charles. Because, I mean, with just how long our pit stops, I mean, we're not even like in the, oh my god. See, he re-overtakes us there, but if he went into the box before us, we lost even more time. What? How did Mick come out so far behind? What was that? Oh my god. Now Leclerc in P8 and us in P14 because of reasons. Did he get held up? If he got held up, I'm livid. We'll hop back over to Pierre. We're about to enter his pit window. I mean, Max is really good on tires, so not really gonna gain a whole lot there. Norris in the box. Here leading his former championship rival Max Verstappen for now, but likely Max makes the move on the next straight. It's usually where it seems to happen. Gets a good exit, pulls out to the side. Pierre successfully defends this lap. Love to see that, Pierre. Love to see that. So Pierre on aggressive tires for a lap, see what happens. See if we can increase the gap a little bit, just a little bit. Finds 3.3 off the pace from him, and then Ricardo another 7.5 behind him, and then Seb another 2 seconds behind him, and then Leclerc another 8 seconds behind him. So a large gap forming between Gasly and Verstappen versus the rest of the field. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and set you up, but you won't be boxing until the next lap, so we'll go ahead and just get you going. We're gonna push fuel, push tires, push everything. Let's make it as good and in laps and in lap multiples. Make overtakes doing for P12. Cool. Leclerc all the way up now to P6. Well, if I had to guess, everyone's gonna start boxing. Doesn't look like anyone's gonna be boxing this lap on the medium, so looks like we are still gonna be on the same strategy as everyone else. Perfect. We're gonna put up into overtake for Pierre, and once again we're gonna try and create as much of a gap in sector 3 as we can to Max, just because again, pit stops and all that. I mean, they're gonna gain half a second on us just in general. Max does not box. Max does not box, by the way. He's going for the overcut. He's likely on the one stop then. That's actually super interesting. Looks like there might be a handful of people on the one stop. They're going to be suffering by the time their stints are over. Now we're coming out in clean air ahead of Leclerc by 2 seconds. And on fresh tires that I think we can probably push on if we really wanted to. We could. I don't think we really have to, but we could. We can probably save the tires until they all really start to fall off, and then at that point, that's when we strike. Even Mick is kind of in a better position-ish based on this, because once the medium tire runners really start to fall off, that's when we'll make the biggest inroads. All right, looks like a couple of them are on the two stop, but it looks like Verstappen, Sainz, and Ricciardo are all on the one stop, which is a bold strategy, Cotton. A bold strategy. We'll see if it can pay off for him. Mick back into the top 10. On the tail of Russell. Looks like they're in a DRS train all the way to Bottas.
I don't know what. Sorry about that.
There's contact! It's chaos on the track! Let's see what happened there.
No words.
I think that was a crash.
Russell crashed.
We need to retire the car.
Copy.
Okay, energy's good.
Yeah.
No words. Zilch. Nada. No words. Whatsoever. None. At all. Livid. How are you going to crash out of the last race of the
Safety
season?
car will be in this lap.
Copy.
You know, it's kind of fitting. I feel like I remember Kevin Magnussen crashing out of his final race. Or was it Mick? I can't remember. But either way, horrific. What are we doing? That's the perfect summation of Mick. The last two races have been the perfect summation.
Haas with an overtake.
It goes from winning Mexico to just not having any pace in Brazil to crashing out in Abu Dhabi halfway through the race. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? You know, we talked about earlier, a handful of episodes ago, what it would take to keep Mick. And he gave us the perfect summation of exactly why you don't. His lack of pace, his lack of inconsistency, and his ability to crash out at the most random times. Livid. The good news is, we still got Pierre. Still got Pierre.
DRS is enabled.
DRS will be enabled. Pierre will be enabled this lap. DRS enabled. The good news is there is that 1.5 second gap behind to Leclerc, who will only just be being hounded by his former teammate at Ferrari to hopefully keep him from making too big of a charge at us. One can hope. Man, the Abu Dhabi always delivers. Always delivers. Every time. Oh, man. Now, here's me thinking we could potentially go out on a high note. Maybe a 1-2. Maybe a double podium. Something along the lines that would mean we can go into next season with some momentum. But no, that we can't have nice things, and Mick is gone. All right, back to Pierre. Speed this up a little bit. Not a whole lot's really going to go on until the next round of pit stops and a handful of laps. The real question is going to be who's going to stick to the original schedule and who's going to, shift and weave their way now. I mean, there's no way that we're going to the end with Pierre. I mean, we'd have to be really, really saving tires. I think it's going to be better, especially with the gap that we've already built. I mean, we still have 10, 12 laps remaining to continue to increase that gap, to try and get a pit stop in there somewhere in some clean air where we can then continue making that move. Verstappen is 100% going to the end now. 100%. No doubts going to the end. I think if we were going to try and go to the end now, we really would have had to do that before. All right, let's see what kind of pace we have over the next couple of laps on lights and see if we can keep up with Max. If we can keep up with Max, then I think we might be able to try and make it work, because it was on light, right? It was on light and we were like barely making it. Yeah, let's see what kind of pace we can hold on lights. Yeah, but if we start to fall off too far, then, which it already seems like we are. No, we're gonna stick to the original plan. We're gonna stick to the original plan. We're gonna trust the process and see how this goes. Unfortunate, really. Do we? I don't know. I'm flustered. Mick got me good to the point where we could try and go to the end, but there's just not a gap here. Like, there's not going to be a big enough gap by the time we make our pit stop to really take advantage of the extra stop. I mean, Abu Dhabi is looking at a 25-second average pit lane time loss. I mean, that's putting us P16 behind Stroll currently. Like, I mean, luckily it's not that bad. We likely come out ahead of the Estons, but at the same time, it's like we can't do it. We have to try and go to the end on these tires. Pierre, let's see the drive of your life here. Let's see the drive of your life. We'll be able to use fuel to kind of continue to push towards Max again and again and again, and DRS, obviously. But Basically, we just need to make it as close as we can on the DRS straights and keep it tight everywhere else. He has an 8% tire advantage over us. We're gonna do our darndest to make it work. Wondering if it would be better to push through sectors 3 and 1, and they can like not conserve but balance through the two DRS.
No DRS.
Oh my god.
Safety car.
Oh my god.
Oh, and that's a crash. We can take a look now. Now here we
Oh
see
my God.
Max Verstappen. Oh, a nasty crash.
He
there.
feels the pressure. He feels the pressure from Pierre Gasly. Uh-oh. All right, where'd he drop to? He dropped. He's out. He's fully out. Oh my. Uh-oh. Wow, what a result. Any boxers? Leclerc also boxing. Come on. Yes. Oh, so close. Gonna be close, but we'll make it work. Oh, what a beautiful sight. The safety car to the rescue. And we're gonna save a bunch of fuel.
Safety car will be in this lap.
Yeah, copy.
Let's go. I don't think I can literally take it off of standard. I think we actually just have to try. We are in a sea of hard tires. All of the medium runners. Zhou onto softs. What a bold strategy from Guan Yu Zhou. Going on to softs with what'll be 19 laps plus for laps remaining. What a move from Sebastian Vettel. That's the look of a crafty vet. Double Alpine podium, thoughts? A Ferrari win for probably the first time this season coming in the last race would be hilarious, by the way. It would be incredible. I mean, based on my tire wear before, I mean, they're going to be looking at no tires pretty much by the end. All right, we got to get by Sebastian here. We love you, Sebastian, but we got to get by you here. Here, Gasly, back up onto the podium.
Haas with an overtake.
All right, and now from here, I think I'm okay vibing. I still do want to push fuel because I want to start burning it off. Oh, Sebastian in the box. Oh,
DRS.
handful of pit stops. Interesting. And Pierre just makes the move anyway. I mean, if we just want to just disappear,
Position for Haas.
I'm totally down. Not even gonna lie. If we can somehow break DRS before the back straight, which it looks like we are, that's beautiful for us. And now we relax. Oh, and you guys were worried. How are you gonna worry when you got me at the helm? Goated. What a wild finish to this season. What an absolutely just a wild finish. Verstappen, Maloney, Mick, and Doohan all out. Bottas's crash in qualifying. And he 5 seconds immediately. We're coming down to what, 12, 13 laps remaining. Plenty of fuel, plenty of tires. Leclerc making a bit of a charge. By that I mean less than a tenth a lap. Beautiful stuff. I mean, let's just get it over with. Unless something else absolutely wild happens, Pierre Gasly has locked up another race win in 2025. An absolutely wild thing to say. If it keeps going the way it's going, there's not enough laps left, Leclerc. I'm sorry. You went to Red Bull, but it's Pierre Gasly and Haas who are going to roll out of 2025 with a win on the high notes. George boxing again, probably for softs. Yeah. Another crash, huh? Are we talking safety car kind of crash or like just a crash? Zhou crashing again. Russell looks like he's going for fastest lap attempts. Although he is on 68% tires and we passed him. I mean, we'll watch the final lap. Another one? Who was this on? Joey. A red flag in the final race?
Red flag? Yeah.
On the last lap? What? What just happened? This race had everything. A last lap red flag? Who was it? I missed it. I couldn't find it. What just happened? This race had everything. Checo gets on the podium for the first, I don't know for the first time this season, but on the final time this season he gets on the. What happened? What a wild way to finish the season. A red flag on the what would be the final lap of the race. Wow. Mick crashes out. Verstappen out. Doohan out. The other guy out, I can't remember. Maloney out. George in last trying to do fast lap attempts. Couldn't even. Someone crashing out. Pierre Gasly winning in a red flag on the last lap of the race.
And it's obviously the work of a solid, well-run team.
After an intense weekend, the team ends in first place in the constructor standings.
Let's go, Haas. That's it.
The team will be working
Your streamer chat, we did it. It only took 4 seasons of sticking with Mick Schumacher for far too long. Your team, Haas F1, wins the Constructors Championship, and your drivers, Mick P2, Pierre P1. That is a Constructors and a Drivers Championship for your Haas F1 team. Pierre finishes the season with 16 wins on 22 races, 18 podiums on 22 races, 12 fastest laps, and 10 pole positions. What a season. Even Mick gets 3 wins, 12 podiums, and 6 fastest laps. 12 podiums for Mick's pretty good. 3 wins is impressive, and 2 of those Mick got more wins than Max. Think about that. 3 wins. 2 of them were, I think, when Pierre made mistakes. One was Canada, and then there was another one. And then he won Mexico all on his own, which is, hey, good for him. But this episode and season is all about Pierre Gasly. The Frenchman was dominant this season. Making the season on a dead point will send him out on a high note, probably. We'll have to wait for the off season to finally decide who or where, which direction we decide to go as Haas. We end up losing 66k because of Mick crashing out, but nonetheless, we gain a lot more than that on the back end. 2.5 milli for our qualifying position streak into the bag. What a wild season. What a wild season. We finish off, we finally achieve our goal. That's a Constructors and a Drivers World Championship coming to Haas. What a season. What a season. Can't wait to see what's next.